welcome to another episode of Direct to Review. This is Trevor, and over here to my left, a beautiful young man.
Young.
Oh, you know what? I never get called young, so it's nice.
You know what?
He's an old man.
Nuh-uh. He has more hair than I do, so he's young.
But do I have a name? That's the question.
Yeah, a man
No.
with a name.
Man without a name.
Is,
A horse without a name.
smells as sweet as any other horse.
Yeah.
What is a name?
Are you Leonard?
I am.
I'm
And then,
Celeste.
yeah, next to me is that woman that is on here and lives here for
I
some
live
reason.
here.
This episode's a Foreign Film Friday.
Foreign Film Friday,
Foreign
everyone's
Film-
favorite
Film
podcast.
Friday.
It's my
Every day.
favorite.
Everyone's favorite Film Friday.
It's the foreign one. Can't
The
go wrong with a
foreign one.
foreign
With the
Friday.
foreign's.
Wow.
That
All
you watch a
right.
film.
Yeah.
So what did we watch this week?
We watched
Say the title 10 times fast.
The 101-year-old man who skipped out on the bill and disappeared. It's from
Available on
2016.
So now
Mind you,
he's-
it came out in 2017, but as most people know, when a movie is made, it's made it non-incremental. So it could be like technically started in 2014 and finished in 2016, but it doesn't come out until 2017.
Thank you for that knowledge, Leonard. I feel
The more you
better
know.
about myself. That was beautiful. That should be our opener. Just
That's
let it.
your opener.
Welcome to Direct to Review.
Yeah.
We'll just take it different pitches too.
That'll be fantastic, won't it? I wonder if everyone can tell it's been a long day for all of us.
It's been a very
Sometimes you
long
just
day.
get around and get to sit down and just talk a little bit.
You know what? It's so nice when we can do that, especially on these Foreign Film Fridays, because these are the days that we actually get to all be together versus one or the other.
And split up.
Yeah. So, all right. So, shall we talk about this film? This incredible Swedish film that we found randomly, and that was produced by Netflix.
Yeah, it was Swedish Netflix.
Nice flicks.
Nice
Pictures.
flicks.
Nice flicks.
They have a fish. In
Stockholm.
And also the Walt Disney
Walt.
Production Studios of
Hey,
Sweden.
We just have to assume that Walt Disney pretty much just does everything.
So it'll be Walt Disney.
Yeah. So the summary of this movie: it's about a 100-year-old man, Alan Carlson, as he's going through Europe in search of a Russian soda recipe he lost during the early 70s, during the Cold War. Unfortunately, he is not the only one who was looking for it,
And
Name
he knows
because he
where
was a
it
former
is.
spy.
The name of that soda?
Folk
soda.
Folk soda.
Folk soda.
Oh, I love me some
I-
folk soda.
I feel like, just like how Yoga Hosers got us to say, sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
I'm just going to constantly say, can I have a folk soda?
Can I get some folk soda, please?
Folk soda, please.
Oh,
You got
no.
any more folk
Fantastic.
soda?
Crap, that's loud.
You are making a lot of noise with your...
I turned one page. Listen to that. It's so crisp.
Is that a Mr. Meesing's pen?
It is.
Okay, we're getting off track here, guys.
Hi, Mr. Meesings.
All right, reboot. Come back. Let's do this here.
First of all, that's how was your Thanksgiving?
Wow. That couldn't have been any farther away from where I'm trying to go right
It
now.
was pretty delicious. Leonard injected our turkey with some
Leonard,
sparkling
I told you
cider.
about injecting
All I want to
things.
do
really
is talk
good.
about the movie, guys.
The movie will be there. The movie will be there. Turkey Day goes away.
Okay, that's true. I guess that's true. Thanksgiving was wonderful.
That's all I wanted, Leonard.
we
Talk
had-
about your damn movie now.
we had family. We had friends. It was fantastic.
Turkey.
And turkey.
Turkey.
The turkey cooked way too fast.
Did you have any folk soda?
We had a little bit of folk soda.
And a bit of folk soda.
A little bit of folk soda.
It looks like you did some Black Friday shopping.
I did. I got a flannel, which I'm wearing.
Whoa.
I got a Nest.
You got
a
it?
nest?
Like, you
Oh,
know,
okay, the home
thermostat.
thing, yeah.
That is
Oh,
awesome.
I was like
thought,
a freaking,
I
like a
thought
bird's
for
nest.
a moment. Yeah, I didn't know what to think actually
I've never been more excited
about
my
about
thermostat,
heat.
about heat and cool air, and I just feel like
There
I'm
you
living in
go.
2017, even though it's almost over.
Oh,
Oh,
well, good for you.
You got there.
Good for you.
That was my exciting
Can we,
Black
can we
Friday
get back to the
shopping.
movie now?
Yes, Leonard, you can talk about your
God's sake.
ding movie.
All right, so 101-year-old man who skipped down the bill and disappeared. First off, this movie, I like when you first see the trailer, which you can watch on Netflix because it's fantastic that actually has the trailer connected to it. Which most of the time we're just going in blind and don't know what we're going to be watching. But with this,
Then giving a BJ to Netflix.
wow,
Yeah.
wow. What is this hostility?
Just stroking. Netflix knows it's awesome. It just emailed me yesterday. It's going to charge me $2 more starting in December. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was a little upset about that.
Sure.
But anyway, so the story kind of just right off the bat is hilarious. Like the main actor is a really apparently in Sweden an incredibly well known comedian, Robert Gustafsson. He is actually known for playing this character, the 100-year-old man or the 101-year-old man.
the series, right?
Right. It's
Yeah.
not so much. He has like his own show.
What?
Yeah, he has his own show where basically he does different characters. Anybody who's into older sitcoms around here would more connect him to like Red Skelton or really any of the single act style shows. So these are his character Roland's.
So in 2013,
Yeah.
he made 100-year-old man.
Yeah,
Who
so
climbed
that's
out the
we should
window and
probably
disappeared. That's the
say
first
that.
one.
There is actually one before that. It actually made more money than this one because it actually
It was-
opened in theaters.
Yes, it was a big hit.
Yeah. So, man, where do we even start here?
Yeah, there's so much to go through. In this
Like
movie.
the first thing you need to really know is that this movie is literally just about getting a soda recipe.
Yeah, it's like going on a long errand.
Yeah,
like-
and he remembers where it all is, and you kind of start out on the beach with them after the last movie, directly after the last movie,
Yeah.
apparently, where they stole a bunch of money from a.
These relationships
Gang
make a
boss.
lot more sense now that I know there's another movie. Because I'm like, these guys, I'm like, they just throw us into these relationships.
Yeah, but
I don't know what's
honestly,
happening.
I felt okay still,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying they did. I mean, if that was like the only thing I would say about it, it was like, oh, where do these people come from?
yeah.
Quiet yourself.
We apologize to everyone listening to Director Review today. We're not on our game.
I'm not sorry.
So, God, literally, I'm having a hard time starting on this one simply because I think there's really no more descriptor than this is an errand.
Yeah, a very long errand.
It's
I mean,
an
they start in the
errand.
beach. They leave out in the hotel they're going to. He finds the soda in his storage unit that
And he has on the
That's
beach.
on the beach.
I don't know how that
He
happened.
finds the folk soda,
Folk soda.
which is really good. Apparently, I want to try this folk soda.
Yeah, we apparently need to. But then again, everyone that tried it got super addicted to this soda.
There's cocaine in
There's
it.
probably
There had to be
some
some
And
cocaine,
lightning.
a little bit
Lightning,
of
yeah.
cocaine.
Cocaine and lightning.
Lightning
fireworks.
cocaine.
Fireworks. He calls it
It was
fireworks.
It was lightning cocaine.
He called it fireworks.
Well, that's what it is, though.
Cocaine.
Lightning cocaine.
But no, at first I didn't realize it was going to be about the soda. I thought that was just like the first incident that kind of got everything going.
Yeah,
I mean, it
and-
kind of was. I mean, there was people chasing him.
And the thing is like, they go into how he was a spy, and, apparently he's
He
a
was a
demolitions expert.
double agent.
A double agent during
He
the Cold
spied
War.
for the Yanks and the Russians.
Yeah.
And apparently,
But he lived in
he
Berlin.
never helped the Russians though.
He
He was more one
Not
sided.
that we saw.
I mean, what they
there
showed.
could
of
have
his-
been another
Yeah.
side of all
But
this.
soda actually stopped the U.S. in the story.
Yeah.
Stopped the U.S. from having certain missiles near Russia.
Right.
Yeah.
And, Tricky Dick, Richard Nixon, was so addicted to this soda that he basically was badgering everyone to get another one,
And he-
which I loved. I loved everything about that because it's like, that sounds about right for what he would have done, which is, that's not my problem. That may have been the only one, but that's not my problem.
And this being a Swedish film, I mean, it didn't make Americans look bad necessarily, but
No.
it just made both sides look bad, Russians and the.
I
mean,
was actually very annoyed by the Swedish cops in here because there was a portion
my
of the
God,
movie
yeah.
where the CIA gets word that Alan is looking for the recipe all over again, which is like it's their worst fear. Mind you, they don't know why it's their worst
they
fear.
just know that this soda's bad.
They just must be poisonous.
This is classified information.
So they send a couple of CIA agents to Sweden, where they go to his former residence, which was the nursing home where he apparently escaped out the window and disappeared, according to the title of the first movie. And they meet up with the Swedish police, who are the most bumbling group of people that just completely annoyed me, and I don't know why. They were generally nice people, but I just couldn't.
Very neutral,
I feel
right?
like we're just so urgent
Yeah, they were all very slow.
as Americans,
just
and maybe they're
taking their
just
time.
they know how to live.
They're chill. We are not.
We're
But
like, get it done.
The title of the movie is talking about skipped out in the bill. He left the hotel.
He left the
the
hotel
bill,
without paying
yeah.
the bill. Yeah, because they ran out of money.
But they never returned to that hotel.
No.
Right?
No.
It never had any more significance.
It's a very odd title.
Yeah, I mean,
Although,
because the title
I
of
feel
the
like
previous
the
one
first one,
was
he
appropriate.
probably escaped like right off the bat.
Yeah,
like
so
probably
maybe
the
they saw-
first thing.
They never saw the home again.
Yeah.
So
And Trevor, I will give you $100 if you can say this properly.
Chandra Ait Argen.
Oh, man,
Okay,
that
we're
sounds
going
pretty
Scottish.
good.
How are you going to prove that I didn't say it right, though? Give me
You
my
still have more.
Give me
You
my
still have more.
Okay. Som smet fran notan ugh for Sylvain.
He did that really well. I'm not giving him $100.
He didn't do that well.
How do you know?
He did really
Do you speak
well.
Swedish?
Yeah,
I
do
heard
you?
enough of it in the movie to know he didn't do that well.
Alan.
They spoke a lot of English in this movie.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that was
they did.
actually kind of really nice because, while they didn't talk fast, because apparently everything they do over there is very slow, it was one of those moments where it's like I was kind of distracted by the long dialogue and wanted to just kind of watch the film.
I loved the chase. I mean, they were never really actually chased, but someone was always after them. But them moving quickly was always the slowest
Yeah.
thing.
Right?
Here's the thing. Like, I think the best comparison I can make of this is a Mr. Magoo film.
Yes,
Americans.
an old man who's just
It kind of just going
Bubbling
through,
around.
and everything just kind of works out in his
301,
favor.
he can move.
Yeah. and that's the thing where I was like, okay, I kind of made that connection early on in the film, so I enjoyed it 10 times more because I was thinking of the Leslie Nielsen, Mr. Magoo.
That one's a classic.
which everyone apparently hated, and I, don't
loved
care.
it.
I don't care. So let's talk about technically. So obviously the main character of this movie, Alan.
He's not 101.
He's not 101. In fact,
He's
he's in his
52.
50s. Yes. So they do a decent job of
yeah, it's-
putting makeup on him. I don't call it the best age makeup I've ever seen.
Well, because it's not done digitally; it's done by hand. I think to make it look anything what you compare it to best is probably done digitally.
No, I think some of the older films do it way better.
I've never seen older films, so I'll take your word for
Okay,
it.
well then, that's why I
Yeah,
didn't
I
want to
watch
continue
no
on
old
with that.
You're the expert.
films.
But then they do have apparently Henry Kissinger, isn't it? Oh yeah. When they're talking to Richard Nixon, then Henry Kissinger's there. Then you got Crystal the monkey.
Oh, she was good.
I
Yeah,
love
Infamous
that
is she.
monkey.
Erlander.
That was a good monkey.
The CIA agents were also apparently in Dark Knight.
Who played Christine?
Christine, Stina,
Stina.
the daughter of
His associate.
Popov,
Popov.
Which
his
was
associate
his partner.
when he was
In
a spy.
Russia.
He was the inventor of folk soda.
Folk soda.
Technically, Alan was the inventor of folk soda.
Because he caused the fire.
He caused the fire and the electricity.
But Popov brought all the ingredients together.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Alon just added
True.
electricity.
Christina was played by Svetlana Rodina. Oh God, I'm not doing that one. I'm stopped. Svetlana. Her name is Svetlana.
Rodina.
God.
Legend just.
There's a lot of
But,
things that go
So
together there.
she was one of the people after him. She wanted
Right.
She believed that he stole the recipe, even though he mistakenly. Oh,
And
he didn't find out.
And that's the thing. There were multiple stories going on. First, there was Alan, who was trying to get to the recipe.
Because his friend wanted the recipe.
Right.
He
His
didn't care about the
friend.
recipe.
What was his name?
Who
his
remembers?
The other old guy.
I mean, they never really talked about him, but I think that's because in the last movie, you should have just known.
Crystal the monkey was the monkey in Hangover Part 2.
What?
Yeah, that's the thing we need to take away
That
from this.
monkey is
Julius.
bomb.
Julius.
Julius was his
Julius
Johnson.
Johnson.
Which I'm assuming he probably met him in the first movie because he
Yeah.
was just there.
And Julius was really into, hey, this is incredible soda.
We can make money.
We need to make money off
Apparently
of
he
it.
was
So
younger because the old guy doesn't care about
yeah,
money.
Alan was like, I'm more of a highball guy. I don't, I don't want it.
He wanted a good cigar. And
But then
he
you had Stina, who was trying to track down Alan because she thought he had stolen the recipe from.
And got her therapist killed along
Oh
the
my
way.
god, that was horrible.
Yeah. That
just
scene,
left him there.
The monkey killed him. Anyway, you're gonna have to watch the movie to figure out what we just talked about. Also, then we had another guy who was completely out of the blue.
Bruce?
Was that his name, Bruce?
I thought that was it.
The boyfriend of one of the flight attendants.
Flight attendants.
Oh,
Random flight
that guy.
attendants.
I thought we were talking about the skinny one and his
But
pregnant girl.
He knew one of their friends that
Get
apparently
him.
they stole money at probably the end of the first movie.
Yeah, so Geddon was one of their friends over at the resort who was also a former crime boss. I guess that's who they
He was
stole
also
money from,
pretty.
too.
He was
He's
not smart.
not that bright.
No,
He was very
he
bright.
just
But
wanted
he
to
could
swim.
hotwire a car like
He wanted
nobody's
to swim.
business.
That's his whole thing. Like,
He did the most ingenious thing ever. He took the oil checker and
Yeah,
popped
it broke into the
I
car.
was like, that is, he used it as a Slim
Ooh.
Jim, right?
yeah.
I'm like, that was amazing.
All on his
we're
mission
now
to
teaching
swim.
people how
But
to break into
how
cars.
did he
We do not
open?
have-
How did he open the hood?
How did he
That
open
is
the
the
Oh,
question.
I don't know.
Do you think old cars you can open the hood manually?
Yeah,
Without
yeah, it
the
has a
popping?
latch.
No.
Doesn't
No.
it?
No, it all locks down.
Oh,
So how
Well,
did-
then again, we don't know how Swedish cars work.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, I guess you could technically figure a way.
Anyway,
Yeah,
can we
it
talk about
just-
Bruce? He's my favorite. Is that his name?
No.
That's probably not his name.
His name was Godden.
God, no.
Didn't they
Geddon.
say his name was Bruce or something?
No.
Where am I getting that?
I don't know where. There's no
This-
Bruce. This is Gedden.
Cool.
That was your favorite guy?
No, not him.
The bad guy.
skinny one.
The skinny one.
Oh, Benny.
Benny.
Benny was also one of the people over on the island, and he had a pregnant wife. Apparently, they had met.
Was she
in the
Hispanic?
last-
I don't know. She was Swedish,
She
right?
was
She wore.
Swedish.
She
had
even
to
wore
be.
like like at the end. She wore like a traditional, like Latina outfit.
Yeah,
with, like,
maybe
the,
she's
You're
like,
way more Hispanic than we are, my friend.
yeah.
Maybe her family migrated.
Migrated to Sweden.
Maybe.
They left
Maybe.
Mexico.
Maybe that's
They're
what we
like-
need to
Maybe
do.
she's from Spain. Maybe originally her family's from Spain. I think they
Yeah.
Oh,
have.
there we go.
Maybe
There
they
you go.
have.
It's
Makes more
probably
sense.
Spain.
Upward movement.
Yeah.
I mean, Europe, they all move around, don't they?
But yeah,
Yes.
the characters in here were fantastic. I wasn't
They're
annoyed by
diverse,
anybody.
they were-
I did feel like the one guy that was trying to search them out and kill them felt a little superfluous to me, but I
feel
think it
like-
was because of the last movie.
We didn't know who he was,
Yeah.
what his story was.
Exactly. And that's our bad. So
Although, where's the first one? Can we watch it?
we're gonna have to find it.
Probably not on Netflix.
Yeah. Which means it's gonna be very difficult to find because while Amazon is a fantastic service and I don't attack anybody for their ability to provide what we need, they do regional stuff a lot of the times. Because I've been trying to watch Mrs. Brown's Boys for about 3 years now.
Sounds
And
like a
no
very
one-
Leonard
Irish
movie.
show.
It's an Irish show.
Sounds like a very Leonard show.
It is a very Leonard
It is
show.
a very Leonard show.
Think Mama's Family in Ireland.
Speaking of Leonard, you were in a German version of you was in this movie.
Where?
Living next door to where he thought his box was.
Wow.
The German
Anything like
I
hipster.
am
him.
not Hans.
The German hipster that lived next door to the old lady that was horny.
Although, who was an Einstein who was married to
She was married
Einstein?
to Einstein.
She was married to
He
Einstein.
tripped on some
I don't-
sort of drug. Probably
He's-
LSD.
He's in the version of like CSI Germany.
Nice. But he cared a lot about his coffee. I'm like, there's Leonard.
Exactly. To a T. This is my coffee maker.
I get this
It's
from...
delicious.
He's like, I have
Wow.
imported
Guys.
coffee.
Guys, where's this hostility coming from today? Who hurt you?
That's not
You should-
hostility. That's just you. Have you met you? Have you seen our kitchen counter?
Oh my
Do you know
god.
how many coffee apparatuses we have?
I call this podcast a fail today.
I call you a fail.
But overall, this movie technically was well done. I mean, obviously,
hilarious.
the story was on point, and it's very difficult to keep that many stories going, that many balls in the air,
I would never felt lost. Like,
Yeah.
even when they brought...
Yeah.
and it worked. It just
And they
worked
had a
from top
lot
to
of
beginning.
flashbacks, but I didn't feel
The
confused.
flashbacks I
They were
loved
my favorite.
They were really good.
because the way he told the stories were just like, I remember this is how it connects to literally why I'm remembering this. It was like an old man going off on a tangent. And that was the best part about him is that he just didn't care. He was just like, oh, this recipe's yours. Here you go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we need in real life. Like, we need a way to visually see stories that were being told by elderly
Right.
people.
And then it'll
the
be that
stories would
much-
be
They'd be
amazing.
so cool.
Yeah.
Right? No, that's... I was like...
Projection through the
Anytime
head.
I hear a story from an older person, I'm like, that's probably a fantastic story to
Right.
see in your head.
Yeah. That
But
was
right
probably
now,
amazing
our
to
words
live
Words not
through.
feeling it.
I mean, it's okay.
All right, so this movie had a budget of 63 million SEK. I don't
What is
know the
that?
translation on that.
I'm gonna look it up.
You do that. And then it's won 2 awards, an audience award and a visual design award with 6 nominations. But it's only been out since April of 2017.
Oh,
So it's got time. It's still
it's
got
only been-
legs. It's
hasn't been a
building.
year.
Yeah. The director was Felix Herngren and Mans Herngren. I am so sorry.
Those
But,
brothers.
so this is based off of, you said there was a book?
So the first one for sure is based off of a comic novel that a journalist / writer wrote in
Jonas
2000.
I just saw
Johansson.
Jonas Johansson.
It's probably Jonas Johansson.
Yeah, probably Jonas.
Why would that parent do that? That's like naming my son Thomas.
Jonas
Thomas.
Thomas,
Yo-
Thomas.
I should-
Please do
His
that.
middle name should be Thomas as well. It'd be Thomas.
Thomas.
Oh my God. Thomas Tom.
Thomas Tom.
Oh my god.
Okay, anyways.
So yeah, it was a popular comic novel that.
In Sweden.
No, that doesn't look right. No, that's not.
I thought you were looking up what
$75.
SEK was.
Yeah,
She is, but I think she's
$75. That's not correct.
63 million.
Yeah,
Million.
no, I put that. SEK.
Did they make this movie on $75?
It's so 1 Swedish
SEK.
krona. What is a krona?
1 Swedish krona equal. That's just what it's called. That's
Yeah.
SEK means
It's
krona.
it's
0.12.
12 cents.
12 cents.
Where are we going here?
So how many SEK was it?
63 million.
63
So
million.
was it the $57?
63 million.
What?
63 million SEK times 0.12
We need to make a film over there.
is 7,560,000.
Oh my God.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I was like, now that's amazing.
63 million SEK.
And we need to move
But yeah,
there.
no, but we should still move there. 633, wasn't it? Is that what you said?
What?
The
You're
budget.
saying- you're
It's
saying-
63 million.
It wasn't 60. They had another 3 in it, didn't it?
63 million.
Oh, I can't see that.
63 million.
I said it several times.
So it's 7.5 million American dollars.
Oh my.
Math, man.
Math. Man, that we actually, the translation on that still says we should move.
Right? So you gotta, I mean, $1 American dollar is like
Serious money.
8 SEK.
Serious.
I
You
couldn't
wanted to
move
say
there.
that so badly.
I couldn't live
Kronas.
there.
Kronos.
I can go for 8 Coronas right now.
All right. You know,
No,
I hope-
it's literally 12,
I hope
12 cents.
I hope
One
whoever actually made it through to this point.
We're
Well, first off,
sorry.
good job. And second,
Welcome.
I
Welcome
hope
to the
you
dark
understood
side
the
of
movie we were
podcast.
talking about. I promise we will revisit this movie when we watch the first one because we will be watching the first one.
Oh,
Oh, for
Leonard has
sure.
made a command.
I have not only made a command, I have made a commitment to this. This is happening because this is that good of a film. I did enjoy it quite a bit. And like I was telling Celeste, I never expected when we started this podcast for me to end up loving a region's films. I have loved every Scandinavian film we have gotten the opportunity to watch.
Yeah.
And they just have a way with storytelling. That is just absolutely fantastic. I love it.
It's their Viking roots.
And they have a lot of good settings too.
They
like,
do.
for it
And
to
you
film
know
in.
what? And that's the thing. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's very
So
pretty.
pretty.
And they're able to go everywhere pretty quick, and it's probably on a smaller budget because they don't have to ship everyone across the seas. Which, by the way, to all you American filmmakers, we have plenty of places to actually film here that are really
But
pretty.
there's a bunch of laws and regulations
Yeah.
everywhere.
Guerrilla style it. Come on, people. Where's the fun
That's
in
illegal.
Where's the fun in being legal?
Disclaimer.
And there's
We
literally,
do
they're
not
literally filming
condone-
evidence. Literally filming evidence that they're
We
that
do
they're
not
on.
condone illegal activity here, Leonard.
We don't, unless it's guerrilla
Oh
style filming. Like, what was that movie that they made in Disneyland?
Oh, the horror film.
Yeah.
What? They did that?
Yeah, they like filmed it in secret.
At night?
It was like Opposite Land or something. It was weird. No. They filmed it on a ride. Let's see. Hold on.
That's not cool.
Horror film.
Disneyland.
Disneyland. All right. It is called Escape from Tomorrow. That's right. It's a horrible movie. In fact, they said it was so bad
The only
that it just, I mean, it just sucked really, really bad. And then Disney sued the people that made it and tried to get them to
how
take
can
it
you
down.
watch it?
How can we watch
It
it?
looks like it's on YouTube.
Dang, they hit $650,000 though. for
Yeah.
their budget. They had money.
They did have money.
And Roy Absham was in it.
Roy Abshan. So this is...
That's scary.
Oh, that's such a terrifying child.
And they were on... So apparently they snuck into a lot of different rides and filmed that way. And then they filmed, like, the entire park, which is all copyrighted. So... Not a fantastic decision on their part, because I'm pretty sure that just...
When you have that much money to throw away on
Was it
something,
Disneyland or
right?
Disney World? Oh, it was Disney World.
Oh,
you lied to me.
I did lie to you. My
Sure.
apologies.
such
That
a
does not look like
liar.
Mickey's hand either.
No, it does not. All right. So where are we rating this, guys? I'm going to throw out the first rating here.
All right.
Okay.
8 Goldblums
Oh.
out of a possible 10 Goldblums.
What?
I'm gonna
80.
give it
B.
5 folk sodas out of 7 wrinkly butts.
You didn't even talk about the wrinkly butts. There's a
We
lot of
didn't.
wrinkly butts in this.
There was a lot of things that didn't need to be seen.
Wrinkly butts. It's been
And we
said.
saw a sex scene between probably
Oh my God.
combined age of 190.
You know what, though? That was the weirdest thing to see. There was so little movement going on.
They don't want to break a hip.
Old.
Just so everyone knows, it's not graphic in any way. It's more hilarious.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a really ditzy old woman on top of an old man, and
He
she's
probably
just
has to be
kind
the
of
whole, broke the
rocking
record for the
back and
oldest man to lose his virginity.
forth. Yeah,
101.
Yeah.
101.
101.
that's
That's
amazing.
amazing.
It
Like
means
you never
hope.
even
Do you think he
tried.
keeps
It means hope.
He thinks he keeps the libido of like a 20-year-old since he never used it.
Huh?
Oh, maybe.
Well, no one will be able to
Maybe
do that.
That's
He
experiment.
hit on a woman like 5 scenes later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. He was,
He was
like,
ready
oh,
to go
hello.
again. He was ready for round 2. You know, the most important part of this movie is that he wasn't named Gaten. Gaten, the guy that went to jail.
Yeah.
He got to swim.
He did. His
He
whole
got
thing
to
right
swim.
at the beginning of the movie
And then
is
when
like,
he went
"You
to-
guys going for a swim? Can I come with you?" And then he went to Berlin, and then he went to Sweden, and then he went to Russia,
And then he got to swim.
And then he got to
back in
swim.
Sweden.
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 And then he got to play a guitar in prison.
He did. That's all he wanted to do. He
But
lived a
he-
simple
he
life and a
loved
happy
it.
life. So
I give it I didn't rate it yet. I give it
No,
a
you didn't.
six Cuban cigars out of 7 double crossings.
There you go.
there you go. That's a spy one.
I liked it a lot. It was great.
Yeah, that was
I'll watch
good.
the first one.
Yeah. So now we can talk about whatever
Oh
the
my
heck
god!
you
No,
wanted
I don't want
to
to talk about it anymore. I'm ready to.
Yeah, now I'm ready
just
to be
kidding.
done, Leonard.
Yeah. So
You said you had a story.
What was my story? Oh yeah, it wasn't really a story. I won tickets today on the radio.
You did.
Yeah. I said-
Where?
My daughter
Where are we
Mia,
going?
She loves to listen to Christmas music in the car, so I had 98.9 on,
Uh-huh.
and I had it down when I was getting back in the car after dropping off at school, and I heard like very low. I heard the Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice, and it was a scene from Jingle All the Way.
Jingle all the way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I knew it right away. He was when he was like, I need the what was that? What was the thing? It was
Toadball Man.
I need a Turbo Man, and
Toadball
the
Man.
dude in the mall starts laughing in his face. I hated that dude when I was a kid.
Right?
Yeah, and he was like laughing in his face. I
You
knew-
know, that is actually ended up becoming, he became a huge actor.
really the
Really?
actor?
Yeah. Do you want,
Did he
to-
eat a lot or?
Here's the thing. I'm going to give you one of his character names. Dr. Spachemin,
Oh, that's right.
also known as Cyril Figgis,
Cyril from Archer.
I've never
also
seen- I've
known
never seen
as
Archer.
Jerry from Rick and Morty.
What?
Yeah.
Not what I know.
Yeah.
I know Archer. I've just never seen Archer. I know
Oh,
it is.
you've never seen Archer?
I've never seen Archer.
You would
Everyone.
love.
Isn't
you
that
would
the
love-
one
watch
where he's like
Archer.
he's
He's
like a
a spy.
superhero and
No,
he's
he's
like
a
a bow and
spy.
arrow?
No.
Oh, it's Green Arrow.
No. No.
That's called archery.
Archer is an animated,
animated.
spy show.
Yeah, and
That's American Dad.
And John H. Benjamin, the voice of Bob from Bob's Burgers,
is
the
Archer,
voice of Archer.
Yeah, it's blowing my mind every day.
and his name is Chris Parnell.
Well, anyways, I heard that scene. I'm like, and then I heard the number. I was like, oh, I'll give it a call. First one didn't work. Second one worked. And I was like, yeah, that's Jingle All the Way. And I won tickets to freaking Six Flags.
Nice!
Wow!
Yeah.
Hey, congrats!
Get
Yeah,
it!
dude, that was-
For once
Made
on
my
this
week.
podcast, we have a winner.
Made my week, I know.
We have a winner. Oh my god!
That was
See,
great.
I have no stories today. I just went to work
Oh,
and,
how was work?
and worked
Depressing?
poorly.
No,
I was super distracted. I
I
just couldn't
bought
handle it.
18 bales of hay today.
Our lives outside of this little studio are the most interesting.
I filled out a spreadsheet of 1,400 items on it, so that's what I did at work
There
today.
you go.
I wrote stories all day.
Oh, I went to go see a musical.
What'd you see?
That was exciting.
Hold on.
It was at Soroyan. Oh, you saw it on my Instagram.
Let me see. What was it called? Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder.
Yes.
That was the one we wanted to see.
Oh,
I saw that it came
yeah.
through, and I'm like, oh, we missed it.
It was
Dang
fantastic.
it. That one
Yeah.
looked so good. Was
really
it?
good.
Was it? So, okay, so that one is... Give us a little over on that.
So basically, there's a character. I don't remember his name. But
Fantastic, so far good.
so the character,
Who we don't know whose name
he's
it
in
is.
line. He finds out he's related to a very powerful family,
Uh-huh.
and he's like 8th in line, but nobody knows that because his mom was disowned. So he kind of goes and he tries to introduce himself. He gets snubbed by one of the family members, and then he goes and talks to another family member that is crazy, and he ends up like figuring, he's like, what if I just killed these people? And then because they're all mean rich people, except for the first one he kills is a priest. Well, he doesn't actually kill him; he just doesn't save him when he's falling off the edge of the.
Okay,
chapel.
well, see, that's okay.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
not gonna,
that's-
And then
that's
I mean,
fine.
all the kill, it's great. I mean, because beautiful music and all that, and great acting. The same guy plays every single family member,
That's great.
even like the women. Like there's the 8 people that are ahead of him. The same actor plays every single one. It was really cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and they use really good projections in the movie. I mean, in the musical. In this,
Oh, do
this
they,
show.
Trevor?
Yeah.
Do they use
Do they?
projections?
Yeah, they did.
Is
They
that
did.
like your
It actually
job or
is.
something?
Kind of is. But the act. I mean, they kill him. And one guy dies by bee stings. One of the family members falls in ice as he's ice skating with his mistress. One just chokes on himself. One he sends to like Egypt, and she doesn't. She comes back and doesn't die. Then when he sends to Africa, she doesn't die. Eventually, he just sinks her boat. That's the one he actually kind of killed. And then one he she was an actress, and he replaces actual bullets in her fake gun.
Oh.
That one's actually
That's murder.
That's actually happened before.
What?
Several times.
That was in
on
this
sets.
one was a Hedda Gobbler.
Hedda Gobbler.
She was starring in Hedda Gobbler.
Oh my
It's a great
God.
musical. It was great music. So
That's fantastic.
I recommend it, yeah.
You know what? We need to do another musical one because I love talking about them. But more importantly, there are so many good ones coming out. So many coming through. For sure, we're going to go see Book of Mormon.
Oh,
yeah.
we should go together.
Mormon.
We should go
We're all going together. Yeah, we have
And then we can do a special Book of
I
Mormon
believe. I think it's Alina that's going to be coming with us for that
Yeah.
one.
No, she can't come.
Well, she's going to.
No, I'm going.
She doesn't even go
Wow.
here.
Wow.
Dogs can't go.
You have some serious problems with people. There's been so much viscerous hate going on in this podcast today.
No hate, just love.
Just
Yes,
salt
love.
salt and vinegar.
A lot of saltiness.
That's how I show my love.
Disgusting chips, but
So I just want to plug this. So we did prior a kind of a special director review at the beginning of this week on Monday. It's called DTR Special. Wait for your laugh. Highly recommend going and listening to that one. We went to Hollywood where we saw a premiere, well, not so much a premiere, a screening of a documentary about the life of Rose Marie, one of the oldest actresses. I wouldn't say the oldest because that would be mean and not true. But she had an incredible career and an incredible life. Everything from, we talk about gangsters to true love to her absolutely stunning career into her golden ages. So definitely give that a listen if you got an opportunity to spend about half hour of your life listening to something.
I will do so because I haven't yet. I'm gonna
Wow.
admit it. I haven't listened. I'm
You know
sorry.
what, Trevor?
It's just a
I am
half hour of
sorry.
us
You know what,
spend
Trevor?
I was
rolling,
cleaning my house
honestly.
because I got a baby shower coming up.
Oh, you do? That is coming up on
That's
Saturday.
right. So finally,
My son.
someone's showering you
Yeah.
for being a baby.
Oh, so funny. Leonard. What are you watching? Watching anything good?
Let's see. Right now we're watching Shot in the Dark.
Oh, it's real good.
It's
It's,
a
like
really, really good series.
Nightcrawler. It's about all the ringers.
So it's stringers. First, let
Oh.
me explain this.
Are they not called
I
ringers?
They're not
liked
called
her
ringers.
explanation.
So it's
Ringers in the
actually
dark.
it follows. It's kind of like a documentary series following stringers in L.A. Stringers are the people who get
Drugs.
drugs. Get footage for news stations in bigger cities, then sell them to them. It's called stringer footage.
So very much like Nightcrawler.
It's exactly
It
like
is a
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
But more importantly, it's real. Like you actually follow this intense from the beginning to the end. We haven't finished it yet.
So there's someone filming people filming. stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, these people go to shooting, stabbings, fires, manhunts, and it's all extremely competitive. Absolutely. I mean, we even see in the very first episode that one guy witnesses a horrible crash and has to run across the 405 in the pitch black
Oh my God.
and rip someone out of a car, and it messes him up pretty bad because he's been a stringer for like 15 years and he had never been that close to a story.
Oh my gosh.
It's incredible. Highly recommend watching
Yeah,
it.
that sounds great. What's it called?
It's called Shot in the Dark. So it's on Netflix. Give that a go. Please
It's
do
fabulous. I haven't even seen the first 2 episodes.
that. Yeah, we're
but-
actually going to be watching that tonight. Because I watched those 2 and then she came in on the 3rd.
I'm gonna have to give it a watch for sure.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this just as a person who works in news that it's like super important to watch, but it is for you to understand what a photog and what these people go through. There's a lot that you end up seeing in a day, whether it's body parts on a freeway from just a simple accident or having to deal with people on their absolute worst days.
Yeesh.
So, and imagine these people are being ripped from their homes at night. That's even worse. So you have to deal with the worst possible moments. So it'll give you a good perspective. Honestly, it does.
Guys, Book of Mormon is expensive.
Yes, it is. We're going to have to mortgage this place.
Can you mortgage something you're renting?
Maybe. We'll find out.
You could
We'll
sell-
let you know.
Just sell old Leonard's toys.
No.
Leonard, sell a camera.
Oh my god. Are you watching anything?
Yeah, I am. I've watched 1.5 episodes.
Oh, okay.
It's called Comrade Detective.
Comrade Detective.
Comrade?
Let me read you the description.
Comrade?
All right. In the 1980s, millions of Romanians tuned into the Comrade Detective, a gritty, sexy communist buddy cop show that has been now digitally remastered and dubbed into English for the first time by a cast featuring Channing Tatum, Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
That
Jenny
sounds
Slate, Nick Offerman, and many
beautiful.
more.
Is it good?
Yeah, it is. But it's still. It's like, you watch something dubbed. It's most dubbed things probably come from like Japan, like an anime or something. But seeing a live action film, it's like a TV show, but Channing Tatum's voice coming out of this. That's the part I still laugh at a little bit. But that actual like storyline stuff is really good, and just seeing how like Romanian TV in the 1980s, another Cold War type movie, show. It's a TV show. It's a series. How they view Americans, and just like they go to the American consulate, the woman in charge is like a total hoe bag. There's like 2 Americans sitting at a little table, and these 400-pound men eating cheeseburgers.
What the heck?
It's so great.
That's fantastic. I might have to give that a go.
Yeah, it's really good.
Where's it at?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Okay, we got to give that a go.
Comrade Detective.
Comrade Detective.
Are you watching anything?
I actually have gone back to YouTube.
Really?
I'm not read, but like, I don't know. I'm just really into BuzzFeed right now. I feel like I'm watching YouTube all the time.
I know you watched a lot of Sophia
Night Guard.
Nygard?
I don't.
Line Guard?
Nygard?
But I love her. She used to be on
She is
Ladylike
fantastic.
from BuzzFeed, and now she broke
That's
off.
a whole
and
other
she's on her
subculture
own.
of streaming that we should probably get into eventually.
I just love YouTube
Review
right now.
Internet video content.
Like, why not?
I mean, do we really review? We just talk about, because we
We talk
don't
about
not like
whatever we
anything.
want.
We've only
We
not
used to review today. Today is the end of that, apparently.
review. We did the review.
We have
talked
been
about-
talking for 42 minutes, and I'm not sure we've said anything.
We'll make someone's commute a lot
We
better.
talked
I
crap on
feel.
Leonard, and that's the important thing.
That's it. Damn you, Trevor Thomas.
But The Crown comes back in December, so catch season 2. It's the last season with the actress playing Queen Victoria, and then next season they'll switch to the later years, and they have a new actress for that.
Oh.
So watch that.
Is it Tracy Ullman?
I don't know.
I really want to be Tracy Ullman.
That's not really streaming. It kind of is, because when we watch it, it's streaming. But the Tracy Ullman show on HBO is my favorite.
It's fantastic. Now, okay, here's the thing. The recent season I haven't gotten into as much because she has gone full British here. Like, she is like attacking their politicians.
It only works because I have a British coworker that I sit right next
well, that's
to.
not fair.
And so I listen to the BBC all day.
That's not fair. I don't.
So I know, but the first season you really liked.
Oh, no. And the thing is, I don't hate this season. I'm not as connected to every single skit because it's a variety show.
Oh.
Like her old show from the 80s. I don't know if anybody.
I haven't.
We're not
seen
as old as you.
No.
I hate all of you because Tracy Ullman is the reason The Simpsons exists. So
Oh, okay.
that's where they started. Was the Tracy Ullman?
No, I wasn't
show.
allowed to watch Simpsons when I was younger.
Me neither.
Me neither, but I did anyways.
So I've probably seen like a total of maybe like all the way through full episodes, maybe 10.
I've seen all 300 episodes,
You get a life.
plus more, whatever they're at now.
Oh, I have something for you, Leonard. It's not your birthday present because I keep forgetting to bring that, but
Oh,
this is I just
Trevor, put your pants back on.
This is a thank you card for my wedding in April that I've had in my bag for a few months.
Why did it get returned?
I don't know. I think that Erica,
I feel like
my wife Erica, put the wrong
They don't
address.
know where we live, actually.
And these are the other.
There's
like
a
other,
lot of things wrong with what you put
here, I
down.
wanna put-
Well, first off, 93725 is not
Let's
even.
just let's just say your address out loud too.
Yeah, that's not right.
I didn't do it. I didn't do the address.
It looks like it has traveled the world.
It's been in my bag.
That's better
I'm
than
going to
us.
describe what it
My
looks
wedding
like.
was in
It's
April, by the
bent,
way.
torn, and yeah.
You know,
Mind you, the thank you cards didn't come out in April. I don't remember when they came out.
Leonard and
kinda-
I didn't even do thank you cards because I feel like we were so depressed.
Thank you for coming to
we
my
got
wedding.
married. No.
Not because we got married.
And you'll get your birthday present in probably a few months because I won't ever give it to you, even if it's in my bag.
Well, that's fun. Also, thank you for this. What looks like a stepped-on letter. We appreciate you.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for coming to my wedding 8 months ago.
You're
Well,
so welcome.
you're welcome.
Your year is almost coming up, but
Yeah,
you're welcome.
I almost have a son born
Don't
that
open
was,
it now. Don't open it.
that was made around the wedding time.
You know what else we're thankful for? Everyone who is listening to this podcast.
Yeah, if you've made it this far,
If
thank
you've
you
made it
so
this
much.
far.
Thank you.
And we have recently gained a ton of people, and we thank you so much for joining us on this very unusual show.
All of our shows aren't like this, I promise.
Yeah, and I
If
promise.
you like this, maybe they will
Yeah,
be.
maybe they will be.
Maybe they will be.
Let
Add
us
some
know.
more,
But
add
I-
some more shit talking on Leonard.
What we can promise is that we're going to bring you as many streaming movies, television, and anything else that we can think of to throw at you because our lives are sad outside of this little room. But we enjoy what we do.
We do.
Like work-wise or just here?
Here.
I enjoy
in
this.
in this room.
Oh, okay.
In the
I enjoy my
baked-
friendships. And
Baked
you guys.
Apple Pie Studio.
Baked apple pie.
Yes. All right, let's wrap this up before it gets any longer and crazier. And before I take any more slings and barbs from you guys.
He's gonna go cry in a closet right now, guys.
I don't need
Where
a closet.
he belongs.
Damn. All right. You know what? That's it. We're done. I hope you guys have a wonderful whatever time the day is, wherever the hell you are. And for these two assholes next to me, thank you so much for shitting on me. Appreciate it.
You're
All right.
welcome.
If you
Always a
don't like it.
pleasure.
All right, everyone. Remember to keep on streaming, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Love you, Mom.
Doodles.
Bye.
Love you, Trevor's mom.
But Trevor's mom, though.
Number one fan.
But seriously. Okay, bye.